Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Alexi and this is Soto-Tek. In today's video, I want to compare the Xiaomi 15T Pro against the regular Xiaomi 15T. These two phones have a lot of similarities but also few differences that are the reasons for the price gap. Those differences could be deal breakers for some of you, but not for some others. Hopefully, this video will help you decide which one to buy depending on your own needs, priorities, and preferences. But first, let me quickly show you what you will find inside the boxes. Basically the same on both phones. The usual manuals and instruction papers, the charging cable, a case, the SIM ejector tool, and they both come with a pre-installed screen protector. No charging brick. Let's get started, and let's start as usual talking about the screens. Here, there's basically no difference. They both have a beautiful 6.83 inches AMOLED screen, both with a resolution of 1280 by 2772 pixels and Corning Gorilla Glass 7i. The difference is that the 15T Pro has a 144 Hz refresh rate and the 15T 120 Hz refresh rate. Is that small difference enough for you to pick the 15T Pro over the 15T? Maybe. Definitely not to me, but we are all different. Both displays are excellent for any type of content consumption. Nice and vibrant colors, nicely sharp, great contrast and viewing angles. The usual things that make any display very good, so you should be happy with either. They both have very similar dimensions as you can see on the screen. They both have glass back with a matte finish. However, the 15T Pro has aluminum frames and the 15T plastic frames. So the 15T Pro is supposed to be a little bit more durable. My advice, use both with good cases and a screen protector if possible to be on the safe side. They are both IP68 water and dust resistant. No difference here, same level of protection in this respect. One thing that could be a determining factor for some to pick one over the other is the processor in each phone. The 15T Pro comes with the MediaTek Dimensity 9400 Plus based on 3 nanometers and the regular 15T with the MediaTek Dimensity 8400 Ultra based on 4 nanometers. Obviously, the MediaTek Dimensity 9400 Plus is the better processor, therefore more efficient when it comes to performance, but I don't think that most people will really notice any difference when it comes to day-to-day usage. Maybe that difference is more evident when playing more high graphic and demanding games. So, if you are a hardcore mobile gamer who likes to play for hours, that's probably something important to you. However, always bear in mind that neither of these phones are gaming phones, even though they can perfectly cope very well with basically any game, even at high settings. They both come with Android 15 and Xiaomi's HyperOS 2 out of the box, but are currently receiving the Android 16 update with HyperOS 3. They also have a similar storage option. Both start with a base model of 256 GB with 12 GB of RAM, but the 15T Pro can go up to 1 TB while the regular 15T only up to 512 GB. They both have the same 5500 mAh battery capacity. The 15T Pro is equipped with 90 watts fast charging capability and the 15T with 67 watts fast charging. Of course, you have to buy the charging bricks separately, to take advantage of that. One difference is that the 15T Pro comes with 50 watts wireless charging, no wireless charging of any kind on the regular 15T. That's something that could also be a deal breaker for some of you. They both come with very good stereo sound, so let's do a quick test. Max volume on both. Okay, let's do it now.
¿Cómo eres, señor Soto? ¿Cómo eres, señor Soto? Dime, dime cómo eres. Dime, dime cómo eres. Dime, dime cómo eres. Dime, dime cómo eres. ¿Cómo eres, señor Soto? ¿Cómo eres, señor Soto? Dime, dime cómo eres. Dime, dime cómo eres. Dime, dime cómo eres. Dime, dime cómo eres. Soy un tipo generoso. Soy un tipo respetuoso. Soy un tipo educado. Soy bastante organizado. Soy un tipo generoso. Soy un tipo respetuoso. Soy un tipo educado. Soy bastante organizado. Soy un tipo comprensivo. Soy un tipo creativo. Soy un tipo inteligente. Soy bastante exigente. Soy un tipo comprensivo. Soy un tipo creativo. Soy un tipo inteligente. Soy bastante exigente.
As for the unlocking methods, the same on both. Very fast and reliable under-displayed optical fingerprint sensor, an equally fast and reliable face unlock, and the PIN number. Now let's talk about the cameras. This time, once again, Xiaomi has collaborated with the prestigious brand Leica to bring the best possible results on both phones. They both have a 50 megapixels main lens with a slightly different aperture. Both have a 12 megapixels ultra-wide angle lens, and both have a 15 megapixels telephoto lens, but it is 5 times optical zoom on the 15T Pro and just 2 times optical zoom on the 15T. Another difference is that you can record videos up to 8K 30 frames per second with the red camera on the 15T Pro, but only up to 4K 60 frames per second with the 15T. They both have a 32 megapixels front camera with which you can record videos up to 4K 30 frames per second. The results from both phones are very good in general. The 15T Pro has an advantage when it comes to zoom range, not only because you can go up to 100 times zoom, unlike with the 15T, which you can only go up to 60 times zoom, but also because the quality in that long range zoom is undoubtedly better. However, I've noticed that the dynamic range can be surprisingly better on the 15T occasionally, especially with portrait videos. You can take up to 5 times zoom portrait shots with the 15T Pro, but only up to 2 times zoom on the 15T. Anyway, as I said before, they are both very good in general, with minor advantages and disadvantages against each other. It is all a matter of what's more important to you. I only have 2 suggestions for Xiaomi to improve the user experience and results even more. 1. For selfie videos, put the HDR auto on by default. This way you get better results. And or leave it on when turned on, because what happens now is that it is off by default, and even if you turn it on, when you close the camera app, it goes off automatically again. 2. Bring a proper night mode for nighttime pictures, and especially for portrait shots, not just the auto night mode. Okay, this was my thoughts about these 2 great mid-range phones from Xiaomi. What do you think? Which one offers better value for money, and which one would you pick? Well, if you have made it so far into the video and found it informative and interesting, please give it a like and a hype. That would be a great support for the video and the channel, and I would really appreciate it. See you in the next one. Hasta la vista.